This is Done for Children. I did my quarter for Kappa, and this is your first time on my channel. My name is Retro. I usually review anime series, cartoon series, so something completely random. And today will be a anime series called High Score Girl. If I said it right, I feel I said it wrong, but I feel that's how it's supposed to be. And this anime, it was quite surprising. I mean, it's one of those you have to say, I kind of hate myself because I kind of not bother to watch it. And I watch it, and season 2 is coming out now. And I finally did. Yeah, I was like, it's really good. I mean, I feel sad I did not watch this back in the day when they come out first. It's something that is quite interesting. The whole show, at least the idea of the show, is about this young character called Aguchi, a kind of middle schooler who only is good at video games. Anything else is pretty a failure. I mean, his social status is wrong. He has no swag. He has low scores. He's not an athlete. Basically, he's an ordinary Joe. But the only thing he actually is proud or is interested of is gaming. Is his basically area of expertise nowadays. That's what he's so proud of. He's just obsessive. It's one of those characters that you respect how much he loves his gaming. Someone who really is kind of focused on one thing, and you are kind of fascinating. Even that he's sort of sexist, kind of loser, that you want to see him get hurt, and he does a lot. But I love it that you get over that. You do see this character as a good person, just doesn't have any social skills or anything to look good in other words as a person. But this other character, Ono, that female main lead, you could say she is, how to describe her, Miss Mary Sue. That's the best way to describe her because she is perfect in every way. I mean, even the school calls the princess because she's so beautiful, kind, smart, intelligent, athletic. I mean, everything she is perfect. But you think it would be a boring character, but no. Make her fascinating is she doesn't speak at all. Especially the first 3 episodes is all focused on one character. It'll be Aguchi, kind of respected because you see or understand only from Aguchi. Aguchi is our main character, and you could see his thoughts, his narrations, and his explanations about Oni. That he has kind of this taste of her because she find her in the arcade on his territory. The only thing he's good at, Oni came in and took what for him. And something you sort of understand, especially if a young man who has basically nothing to show. And that's why you get a kind of like a rivalry with Oni and Gucci, because both of them are one thing, obsessed with gaming. Anything else, they really don't care. Especially Oni, she is perfect, but you realize she's not perfect because she has one major problem, is that her whole life is almost like a cage, like a beautiful bird stuck in a cage. She can never really get out. The only time she can get out is through gaming. In fact, it's only reason why she loves gaming is she feels free, and he's saying a lot while not using a single word. That's why it's sort of kind of fascinating about only that she doesn't speak. You see her expression, you take a peek at her life, you find her sort of fascinating because our main character trying to understand her. The only way he understands her is the fact he's playing games and her reaction of things he say. It's kind of very unique dynamic because you don't know where this is going. The only thing you understand is about old gaming back in the 90s, how the gamer life sort of was. After you come up to school, you want to go in the arcade and play. You can't wait for the next new installment for Street Fighter 2, 3, or King of Fighters, or anything else. And that experience, or that at least point of view to understand these two characters, were interesting. On top of all that is the whole show is besides the gaming aspect, is the fact you kind of see this sort of friendship turn rivals, turn almost romantic relationship, but at the same time both characters are kind of flawed, and you see this kind of fresh and blossom very odd, unique way. I mean, like explain this is basically saying the relationship is one of those things you have to say it's complicated. I'm super sorry about that. Forget that what you heard in the background. Anyway, when me complicated, it's one of those things that you quite not really explain. It's one of those sort of odd things you have to be there to understand. That's how complicated it really is. And I know some of you say, well, nothing is complicated, you just need to explain or use your words. No, this thing is kind of complicated because how the character life and situation in the relationship sort of kind of messed up in a way that leaves them hard to talk, especially Onu, that she not really can speak. She can, but in the show they never really explain why she can. She just doesn't know how to, I guess. In fact, it's most of the thing you have to basically guess or at least predict Ono's reaction or explanation, just her look. You have to basically read it. And you see our main character, Noguchi, that he doesn't know how to sometimes. He understands her, in fact, more than anyone else or her friends or family, because they have this sort of lingo that works only on video games. Even that is more about expression. Yeah, it sounds weird, but it's once more, it's something you have to see to be believed how the relationship works. And that is part of the most fascinating thing about this series. Especially you add a new character to the mix who kind of change a little bit of dynamic. When I mean change, I mean Ono left Japan to go Los Angeles for some family sort of situation, and you see the Gucci sort of heartbroken and also Ono heartbroken because they actually grew together super well without using that much words. You felt it. You felt they sort of grown a tad more of this sort of relationships, that rivalry in this strange way. But our new character Oharu, that kind of is completely different with other characters. She was, how to describe her, it's sort of a bookworm who works hard, who is disciplined, trying to do something in her life, but she missing something important of her life. That is fun. Until she met Oguchi. Because Oguchi, whatever you said about him, he's sort of loser, he just walks his own beats. The guy know how to have fun playing video games, and that is part of the main reason why she sort of fall in love with him, because she needed sort of fun factor, and that intrigues intensely. And also started falling in love with playing video games, understanding them, and playing more and having fun. And I think that's the whole key of the whole series, is about the gaming aspect, the retro 90s gaming. Of course, I forgot to mention, and this is not just retro, this is a period piece back in the 90s. You can see how this sort of evolution on game passing through these kids of years passing over in the lives and the relationship. And I think this sort of kind of fun kind of experiment that it works super well. Especially you love gamings, you like old retro gamings, or at least you're raised in the 90s, this anime is for you because it's just super enjoyable. Now, season 2, okay, just let's pretend it's not season 2. It's still season 1. It's just how Netflix like to play around one full season, cut it in half, and call it season 2. That's super obvious. That's Netflix thing. Besides that, the other half of season 1, or season 2, if you want to call it, that actually continue of the love triangle. But I love it. They actually slowed down a little bit and focus on the main character, asking what is love, because let's face it, our main character is sort of stupid. He doesn't understand human emotion as well. He actually does admit it, he doesn't understand that, but I think it's one part of the whole formula of the show works, because he never quite understand relationships or understand the people. So yeah, you can see him sort of struggling to understand his feelings to both girls. So it fun, sort of fascinating. You also, on top of that, time skip every couple episodes. You think it would be confusing, but they handle it pretty well to understand what's going on. Anything negative? Well, one thing, usually is one thing, is the fact I feel it has too much filler. I mean, there are little moments that I feel you cut one episode, it'll be a stronger show. But besides that, that's the only complaint I have. Oh, well, I could be lying. This another thing you probably will notice if you watch the anime is that it's CGI, but because it's Netflix, it's part of Netflix thing. Also, make anime CGI. Usually, it's not the best quality, but instead of being a weakness, it's one of those things that be its strength because it kind of feel that sort of retro kind of 2D, I mean 2D, 3D kind of deal. It complement each other, complement that sort of idea of 90s games. So I just enjoy that. I mean, I enjoy it. It's one of the things. It's just so noticeable but fun how kind of jagged it is as CGI, but it works. It just feels part of the story. I just bring me a smile to see that kind of animation you using old 90s games. It's just a compliment, in other words. That's what I'm trying to say. I got really nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I have a wonderful day. Bye.